Walter White is everywhere in Albuquerque. Spoiler alerts, if you haven't seen Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul and you want to, we're going to talk about the episodes a little bit, so just fair warning, I might spoil a few things. Our first stop here in Albuquerque is Java Joe's. It's a coffee shop, but it's also Tuco's headquarters. And in Breaking Bad, this is the first spot where Walter says he's Heisenberg. This is, they also blow Tuco's headquarters up. So luckily the coffee shop is still there, and Madeline's gonna get some coffee. So a great place to start your day because you can get your day started and you can get to a filming location. So, boom.
I got my Americano from Java Joe's. It's very good. I'm ready to.
Coffee is your Breaking Bad drug, huh?
Yes, coffee is my Breaking Bad drug. That was what I was trying to say. This is very good espresso.
Yeah, I'm supporting a local small business. That's always good.
Yeah, you should come here and get some coffee. It's a really cool coffee shop too. It's really cute inside.
So the place we're pulling into right now is Doghouse. They eat there a couple times in Breaking Bad. Jesse eats there.
Yeah.
And also in Better Call Saul. It's got a cool sign.
It looks like my kind of place.
And, yeah, Madeline does love hot dogs, so. But we have another plan for lunch, so we're not going to eat here today. But if you're hungry for a hot dog, you want to eat where the Breaking Bad crew ate, go to the Doghouse. So the next spot we're heading is Jesse Pinkman's house. So one thing we're going to do today is be really respectful of the houses because people live there. Now it's not the Pinkman residence, which is where his parents live. So Jesse lives in a pretty nice neighborhood. Good for him. The next spot we're gonna head to is actually a Better Call Saul filming location, and that's Chuck's house. So if you remember in Better Call Saul, and by the way, spoiler alert, so Chuck is kind of a weirdo, and he is really freaked out by electronics. And so when you go into Chuck's house, you have to put all your electronics in like a box, right?
Yeah.
And then like you wear foil.
He wears tin foil.
And then Chuck burns the house down, and that's how he dies. So the next stop we're heading to is the Candy Lady. They actually have a tie to the show, which is they made the prop for the show, which is the blue crystal meth.
We're walking right now in Old Town Albuquerque. It's really cute. It's definitely
Albuquerque
old town.
Yeah, Albuquerque has some old ties to Route 66. It's kind of cool, like all the signs for the different diners and buildings are pretty cool. They kind of got a blend between Route 66 architecture and kind of old time Southwest architecture. Yeah. We're really enjoying the city so far. So we're heading over to the Candy Lady. We're gonna get some blue candy. So, successful trip into the Candy Lady. Oh, my little bag. The Candy Lady was in there. She's quite a character, and we had a great time talking to her. And so we bought some other candy.
Yeah, she's so nice, so friendly.
We're gonna keep rolling on this Breaking Bad filming location tour. We're heading downtown, and this is actually gonna be another Better Call Saul location. It's Mike's parking booth. So I believe the first time you see Mike in Better Call Saul, he's working in a parking booth, and Saul doesn't really talk to him. I think Saul doesn't have money to get out, and has to go back and pay him.
He's running the parking for the courthouse.
Yeah.
I think they have like a little banter exchange between the two of them.
Yeah, so we're gonna go to that parking booth right now, and maybe check out a couple other downtown locations. Especially I think the courthouse we see Saul in quite a bit. We found Mike's parking booth. It's not far from the what is it?
I don't know.
Bernalillo?
Bernalillo? Yeah.
It's not far from the county courthouse. Bernalillo County Courthouse.
Bernalillo. Yeah,
Oh man, we're just idiots talking nonsense. It's actually a really cool looking courthouse. We're gonna park and get out and kind of look at it.
Wow.
This is the courthouse in Better Call Saul.
All right, here we are at the courthouse here in Albuquerque. It's a nice courthouse. I just wouldn't, I wouldn't want to end up here for anything. But yeah, this is where Saul works his magic. I feel like especially in the first season, we see him here a lot, defending the people nobody really wants to defend.
Well, we just checked out the courthouse. Really nice building. And now we're gonna head over to a spot not too far from the courthouse. And we read online that Bryan Cranston liked this brewery. It's called Marble Brewery, so we're gonna stop and have a beer.
Okay, this is the double white. It's a Belgian wheat ale.
A nod to Walter.
I'm gonna assume it's a nod to Walt. I don't know, but cheers. It's very good. It's very good.
What a cool logo.
Yeah, I love the logo. Looks great. It's a Walt.
Just finished up having a tasty craft beer at Marble Brewery, and we're going to head to Albuquerque Railyards. So they did film a scene here with Jesse and Mike. One of the things that's interesting about this spot is that it has green stained glass, and that green stained glass was the inspiration for the Breaking Bad logo. So we're leaving the Railyards. I think there's a business using one of the buildings, but I think the other buildings are abandoned, so you can't go in them, nor would you want to. Our next spot that we're heading to is one that you're definitely going to recognize from the show. I don't want to build it up anymore. But chicken.
Well, behind me here is Twister's, which is more famously known as Los Pollos Hermanos, Gus Fring's chicken joint.
They're actually serving chicken now.
They do actually serve chicken here, which is pretty cool. We don't really have time to stop and go in because we've got some other spots.
We also don't have any room in our bellies.
We also don't have any room in our bellies to eat, but we just wanted to stop by, see it, and take it all in. This is pretty cool.
So we're leaving Twister's, aka Los Pollos Hermanos, and we're going to be heading to a couple smaller spots. Probably just do some drive-bys, and then we're going to get to our grand finale, iconic filming locations that we kind of been saving for the end. So we've really enjoyed this Breaking Bad filming tour so far.
It's really showed us a lot of Albuquerque too, which is
yeah,
really
you get to
fun.
see the
We've
city.
Really gone around the city.
It's kind of like a combination of an Albuquerque / Breaking Bad tour, because you get to experience the city, and the people in Albuquerque that we have encountered have been so friendly.
So nice.
And you'd think they'd be sick of it, but the opposite. They're just really proud that the show is here, and they're happy to have you come in and support their business. And we're happy to do it because we're having a good time. So the first place we're going to drive by is the Gertrude Zachary Jewelry Store. And that is where Marie, who is Hank's wife, shoplifts a tiara. Tiara?
Tiara.
I haven't bought a lot of tiaras in my life. Shoplifts a tiara for their baby. We're heading to Northeast Heights neighborhood of Albuquerque, and this is where we're going to get some of those really iconic Breaking Bad filming locations. We're going to visit the first spot, which is the Mr. Car Wash. It was also called Octopus Car Wash, but if you remember in Breaking Bad, Walt bought a car wash to launder like $80 million. I don't know how profitable car washes are, but I don't think they make $80 million. So we're going to go check it out. We're actually going to get a car wash too, because we were driving through some dusty areas before we got to Albuquerque. We are about to go through what is now the Mr. Car Wash. We used to have a different front on it, which is closer to what you see in the show. I think it was an independent car wash. They got bought out by a local chain of car washes. So it'll probably be about as exciting as going through a normal car wash. But we're doing it because the car needed clean. So killing two birds with one stone. So we have a car wash we go to in Chicago, and multiple times since I've been in there, people say to me, "This looks like the Breaking Bad car wash." But now we're actually in the Breaking Bad car wash. This is why you browse the internet for content, right?
Yeah, Breaking Bad car wash is it's an experience.
So that's where they stood?
Yeah, that's the interior, yeah.
That was it. That was the Breaking Bad car wash. We're gonna go to our next spot. Our next spot is probably the most iconic Breaking Bad spot, and that is Walt's house. And I kind of want a piece of pizza, but again, as we said earlier, if you're gonna come do this, the houses, people live in them, so we're just gonna do a drive-by, and don't throw a pizza on the roof. Like, that's...
Did people do that?
Yeah, people have done that.
No.
Yeah, they have.
Oh, don't do that.
So that was Walter White's house. Again, that's a private residence. We just wanted to drive by, get a look at it. They've got a full gate around it. Definitely have security around it. Now we're heading to our next location, which I'm very excited about because probably my favorite character in Breaking Bad is Saul Goodman, Slippin' Jimmy. So the next spot is Saul's office, and it also reprises its role in Better Call Saul. So it's in both Breaking Bad and in Better Call Saul. The thing about it is there's not actually an office back there. They put up the big Liberty statue above the building, and then they have some signage there that they put in the windows. Obviously they take that down when they're not filming. So we're driving up to Hank's house, and if you remember in the show, Hank was kind of the hotshot DEA agent. They had the nice house up on the hill, and Walter, was the really smart science teacher, and he kind of always missed his shot. I always loved the way they shot Hank's house. I think it's up on a cul-de-sac. I don't think there was anything behind it. I think it backed up to the mountain. I never really know how these are going to turn out because you don't know how close you can get to the building or what you can do, but we have Hank's house and one more stop. Leaving Hank's house, really cool setting. You can see downtown Albuquerque. It sits up higher on a hill. Now we're heading over to Gus's meth lab.
We are ending our day here at Gus's Laundry, where Gus Fring had the lab built, the mega lab built underground, where Jesse and Walt worked tirelessly to manufacture their Blue Rock candy.
We're gonna end here. We've had a great day in Albuquerque. I think one of the things that you can do, because you can do a RV tour where
we saw a big Winnebago tour come by, so they do have Breaking Bad RV tours,
which is cool. You can build your own tour.
So let us know in the comments below if you've been here and if you've done your own Breaking Bad tour, or if you're planning on coming to do one.
If we missed any cool spots. We'll catch you on the next one.